Okay, hey everybody, hello. Alrighty, this is week 9. I blew up the image here. So in theory, people are getting the assignment number 3 rough draft done and submitted as soon as possible if you have not yet done that. You're going to also want to submit a copy to week 10 because that's this week and it is the peer review. So if you haven't done it, you want to hustle and do it because today it is Wednesday. So you want to give people a time to do the peer review. So you're trying to get the peer review done by Thursday night. Again, if you don't, you want to get it done as soon as possible because for this week, this is a very quick turnaround, right? So the peer review needs to be done. You get your peer review, you make a revision plan, and then you revise the assignment, and then you submit it on Sunday by 11:59. Um, so it's kind of a quick turnaround. So the sooner you can do a peer review and get it to your person, right, the better the chances are they have a chance to look at it and then sort of, takes parts of Saturday, revise their assignment and submit it. So I wanted to take a look at the information for the week. It is here. So here we are. It says Tuesday really means Thursday. Whoops. All right. Tuesday was another like trying to get anyway. I just extended it. In theory, also all of these are really actually due. Like the due dates, I believe, are still all Sunday. So this is me just trying to like space it out so it makes some sort of sense. So get your make sure you've posted your assignment to the discussion board. Do a peer review. Give the person back the peer review. Meanwhile, I am also when you submit it just as an assignment, right? Then I'm grading it and leaving you feedback and suggestions and so on. If you go to the announcements, I've put up this graphic of basically how to locate feedback, on any assignment, but on this one. So you click on my grades. If there's a grade there, that means it's been graded and there's comments. So then you click on the assignment title. You'll see something like this. You want to click on this little graphic here. It turns into the rubric. So you can see your rubric scores. Sometimes there's some comments there, but lately I've just been using the rubric because I'm supposed to and it's good, but I'm also putting feedback here and it goes much further than this. This is just a snapshot. So what the feedback's supposed to do is that it sort of goes over each elements that are in the section, tries to indicate what's going well and what's not. So I would say go through that from each of the sections, write down one thing that you need to do, like to yourself. That's sort of your revision plan. The revision plan is just trying to make it so that you basically clarifying to yourself what it is you're going to sit down and do. So you're not just trying to like figure it out, but when you sit down, just write down these are the things you're going to change, and then that is the plan. Um, the revision plan. Then you're going to follow the revision plan and turn in the final draft on Sunday. Okay, so and then the revision plan itself, which is very short, right? It's a paragraph, less than half a page, where you just explain what it is you're going to do. You just want to make sure to remember to submit that as well by then. And then the final draft is due. So that's the plan. This is the assignment, right? It has these 5 sections. So I've tried to make comments on if you've turned it in, I've tried to make comments about each section and like what might be missing. But again, one of the things you can do is go through. I broke this down enough so that you can make sure you're doing each of the things, right? You look at your first section and you make sure that you are doing all of those. Do you explain what your actual question is? Do you explain why it's interesting? You mention the groups of people who might be interested in this. Is it going to be possible to actually answer the question? And yes, it is, or not, or are you going to think about it a different way? So on. So you want to make sure you hit every, sort of requirement in each section. Major philosophers, right? These are people who basically have written articles, scholarly articles probably, about your subject to some degree. You only need to have 2 scholarly articles for this assignment, but you need 5 sources, so you want the other 3 to be credible sources, right? That aren't, somebody's blog or whatever. So that's the assignment. If you want, you can go back to last week where I sort of broke down and talked about it a little bit more in the video, just each section. Okay, and then the peer review sheets, trying to give you some guidance as far as what you need to do. So you're trying to, give as much feedback as you can, like suggestions. So try to, whenever you can, say more. That's usually the whole reason to do this exercise, right? So it says like you're trying to choose specific areas to comment on and give them some feedback about it. You can do, something like try to engage in their topic, rather than just be like, this looks good to me. That's all. Okay, then these are the rubrics. I'm trying to make sure. I think they're the same. Okay. So anyway, I tried to make these clear in the assignment, right? Just to be like, here's what you're trying to make sure that you do, and so on. So those, you can take a look at those. Right, and there's the revision plan. See, I still think those are the same because they're sort of like, yeah. And anyway, so this is, remember, I compiled all the documents. So all of these documents live in the week 10 folder. So if you go to the home page, let me see if I can make it look like a student so it doesn't confuse people. Your home page looks like this. We have week 10. So all in one document is there. If you have not yet, right, you want to make sure that you turn in the assignment. This is me. I did turn in the assignment for myself as a test student, just so I could make that graphic about how to check for feedback. So if something went wrong, you'll see down here in the corner, there's start new, meaning you can submit again. It'll just add it, so it'll look like you've submitted 2 things. I usually assume that the one that's most recent is the one you want, but I look at both of them just to make sure. Anyway, so if you upload the wrong thing, or it's not done, or you want to add, you forgot something or whatever, that's what you do. You go to the start new world, upload a new document, and then okay, and you're good to go. Okay, let me make sure that this is. Okay, that's it. So that the week 10 is, you've posted, right, I assume, like, if you had it done by Sunday, then you just submitted it to Blackboard and then also posted it here. But if you haven't done that, you still want to do that. So I'm trying to just keep everything in it. So you're basically trying to find one that hasn't been done yet. So you reply to mine, and then you post your document, your rough draft as it is. Then you find somebody who hasn't, you can sort of see which ones have been done and not been done. It's always helpful, though, if you do a peer review for somebody, to put their name in the peer review. that just helps people, locate stuff that's for them. So that might be something to think about doing. Then you look at your peer review, you find so I'm going to do the my grades thing because this is my example. You're going to find feedback here. So here's where all the feedback is as far as sections go, right? So that's most of the feedback is there. I could always click on this to take a look at the rubric. So you take the feedback from me, take it from peer review, and then polish up, submit this. This is still not a traditional essay, right? So it's okay if you want to, keep the whatever, it's like 5 different sections, A, B, C, D, E, right? So you're just working on developing and making sure each section is as complete as it possibly can be. You're making sure that you have your sources and that they're and that your site using citations, all that stuff. But you don't need to turn it into just a regular complete essay. Our final writing assignment that's coming up, right, is 4. That's going to be the sort of the traditional essay. So, and what the hope is the work that you've done for this one, the writing that you've done, you'll be able to sort of grab a bunch of it and use it in your next final essay, right? So these are like, sort of prepping you, like getting you to focus on specific things, developing them, finding sources for them, all sort of to prepare you for week 4. But right now, assignment number 4. Right now, just focus on A, turning in your rough draft if you have not. Where we are, week 9 now. Right, so turn in your rough draft if you've not. Post it if you have not. Complete a peer review as soon as you can and submit it. And then, do your revision plan quick and then just finish your essay by midnight on Sunday. Email me if you have questions. I get back to people pretty quickly. And I think that's it for now.